Hi, Mahima. How are you?
Hi, Anne. I'm good. How are you?
I am trying to be great. I'm
So
on
first,
that verge of being great.
so first off, congratulations on all the love Broken but Beautiful 3 has received, and even your character.
I'm glad that people are liking the character. In fact, yesterday I was talking to people on Twitter. Uh, I got an immense love from all the people who have watched the series. So I feel very ecstatic about it. I feel very exuberant that I'm getting this kind of recognition.
Okay, so your debut film was 99 songs and 1,000 people auditioned before you got the role. How
Yeah.
did Broken but Beautiful 3 come your way?
Same. I had to audition for it. Actually, I was locked for two series. Before this, I was locked for a series for Hotstar and one for Netflix. And when this came on along the way, so actually, I know the casting director, Priyata Dikshit. So I was supposed to do a big film with her in the past, but due to some uncertain reasons, it didn't happen. Uh, so as a friend, I was like, okay, you know what? Let's try it out. But before this, I have not seen the series. Like I was not, sorry to say, but I was not even aware of something like this. So I got an audition script. I auditioned for it, and then next thing I know, usually it takes like a day or two. But they called me the same night and they said, "Are you free on these dates?" And surprisingly, I was free. And I said, "Yeah, let's do it." And that's how it happened.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Ishan is a very confusing character. Like one minute he loves Rumi, then the other minute he loves Myra, but then it gets very confusing. Then he fights with Siddharth Shukla, aka Agastya Rao. So I want to know from Ihan's perspective, what is the perfect description of Ishan?
I would say like Ishan is like water. It flows in the direction, it takes its course. He just goes with the flow. You know, he is wanted everywhere. He is that center of attraction for everyone. And I don't think it's his sole aim in life to be dating girls. He's just busy in his life. Like, as you know, in the first opening scene, he says like, I gotta go to Germany, but when I'm back, let's hang. So these are his main purposes in life. And then along with it comes dating and attention from girls. But he's not like, he just goes with the flow. Okay, girl, you want to be with me? Cool. No attachments. uh, I think Ishan doesn't reciprocate what the other person is feeling about him. But yes, you see a graph of a cool dude changing to a guy who is very serious, because like we all have our hookups and whatever, but what I liked about him is like the moment he's married, he stops all that. Then he's a really serious guy, and even in the no spoilers, but even in the end, he talks about his dreams, like let's travel, let's have a kid, and all this. Like so yeah. I mean, there was a change in the graph from who he was to who he is now. You know, yeah.
So how much do you relate to Ishan?
How much do I relate to Ishan? None of it. Because honestly, my personal life is very boring. I When I read Ishan's life, it was thrilling. That's the reason I took it up. I was like, whoa, he drives Range Rovers, and he has these 3, 4 girlfriends behind him, and he lives in this penthouse apartment. And I was like, you know what? Let me live this life for a while. So it was Ishan and Ihan are two different poles.
But they're both very good looking.
Thank you. Well, Ishan is Ihan, so
Okay, so like you said, you lead a very boring life. Is that really true?
right now it depends. For me, like when people come to me, they say, this is your year. You filmed 99 songs. You debuted with A.R. Rahman. You debuted in a series, which is like, I think 9+ rating on IMDb. Like, how are you? Like, how excited are you? I feel like just feel okay, man. Like, because it for me, it's all about how hungry are you, and aapki pyas kitni hai, like, and my somehow my thirst never gets quenched. I am so thirsty. I'm so hungry. It's like, okay, what's next? What's next? So in that verge of being so uh, greedy for work and to know what's next, I lose the essence of what's in the present. Like present is beautiful. I'm in Kashmir. I have a beautiful house. I have mountains around. I go to mountains. My friends are there. My parents are here. But somehow, like I'm so, I would say, over passionate about work that I don't actually realize the importance of what's happening around me right now. So that is why I say, like, you know what, it's boring because I belong on sets. I want to disconnect from the reality. I just want to be in fantasy. I just want to live my life on sets, you know?
Wow. Okay, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. So,
Yeah.
like you said, you're very passionate about your work and you love your work. So, but your debut film, like it was going to release, but then there were like some setbacks, and it finally released like much later than you had anticipated. So, were you anxious for a bit, like things might not work out? Did this ever cross your mind? I mean, they turned out beautifully, but did this
Mhm.
ever happen to you that no, something might go wrong or something like that? Were you anxious before the
There
release?
is always that thin line between right and wrong, you know? So when it got delayed, of course, like anxiety took over me, depression took over me. There was a time in last year when I was really, really depressed. And I dedicated my whole self to prayers and to God. And, you know, that's what happens. Like we humans are stupid, you know, things don't happen. We call Bhagwan, God, you know, and things happen, we become filthy, you know, like we don't care. But so yeah, that was my phase when I really was transforming into a different being in that of when the film was not getting its release because of COVID and whatever. But I'm so grateful. Like it's my first film. I got a theatrical release. Unfortunately, in the meantime, in some places in India, theaters were shut. But yes, I when I went, people in America watched the film, people in UAE watched the film. It kind of gave me that adrenaline, you know, like, oh my God, I worked for something for 5 years and now people are getting to see it. And then Netflix was a bonus attached to it because I knew way before that, even after theatrical, we have cracked a deal with Netflix. And I was lucky because, you know, you're the film of all the A-listers. They are getting their OTT release even in these times. And I was like, Ihan Bhatt, a debutant. I'm getting a theatrical. So let's be happy. You know, wherever it's releases, let it release. So yeah, and I'm getting a lot of offers right now. This is what I wanted. You know, like see that when you said like about right and wrong, I was like, kya hoga? What's going to happen next? How do you get a second film? And maybe God is great. Things are happening. I'm in talks. Let's see.
Wow, great. Excited for that.
As I said, like I don't enjoy my present, which is so beautiful. I'm just looking every day, counting future when the COVID dries up, and I can go and I can work and I can be on set again.
Maybe you should take a minute
Yeah, I
to
should.
enjoy all the love you're getting.
I know. You know, even a few days back, I was in a Pahalgam. I don't know if you've heard about it. I was on a big rock in front of a gushing water, and I was like, "Let me just have this moment." But then again, there also, you're like, "What's next? What's next? What work? What work?" You know, which deal? Which deal? You know. Yeah.
Okay, now coming back to your character, we know what Ishan thinks of Rumi, but what does Ihan think of Rumi? Like, what did you think of the character when you read about it?
I loved Rumi. Like, if uh, I was a girl, if I was Sonia, I would have not even given a second thought and go ahead with it. Because there is such a range of emotions. As an actor's point of view, you can showcase your talent in so many range of emotions. You're confused, you're like a child, you're jealous, you're egoistic. In the meantime, you're doing all this for love, you know, which you just see the bigger picture. But I think as humans, we're also complicated people. You know, there's a saying by Khalil Gibran. He says, "You never know the worth of love until the hour of separation." You know, so we never know. We never realize like how much we're in love, and usually suddenly we have a fight. We feel like okay, we're breaking up. Then you realize, oh shit, I can't live without this person. This person is my life. This person is my soul. And that's what Rumi is like. She's confused. She doesn't know what she wants. She's very honest in what she wants. She loves um, Ishan, and then uh, there are other things that she does, like some questionable things on the way. But her sole purpose is to be with this man. And the moment she achieves this man, she's like, okay, this is it. My life is complete. And then, we have you seen that movie Love Ajkal? Like, it is also like,
Both of them.
it's such a complicated film, like the first one I'm talking about. The first one is like, Saif is like, okay, Deepika, you go your way, and I have my dreams to follow. And when he is in that market where he gets robbed, he gives everything. He gives all of his possessions. Take my clothes, take my wallet, take the money. But they said, give us the picture. He's like, no, this I can't give, because this is like that. It's that realization that he has, that, oh shit, this all this work, America, coming to America, it was not my realization. It was not my calling. This is my calling. So is Rumi. Complicated, confused, don't know what's next, but she's just going with the flow.
Ihan, I have to say, you sound like a complete romantic to me.
Oh.
Like that, like hoping for that fairy tale ending. I mean, I don't know, you're giving out really positive vibes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so would you say Rumi is your favorite character?
I would definitely say Rumi is my favorite character. More than that, I'm happy for Sonia. I mean, she left that life of certainty. She could have tried in Hollywood, in fact, which is closer to her, or maybe have a job or something. But imagine someone leaving America, coming to India, and knowing that, nothing is promised here in Mumbai. And to have to get a lead role in this film, and to portray it so beautifully, even though I haven't watched it yet. But I've heard like she's done a fantastic job. So I'm more than myself. I'm so happy for her, because I had my debut and this is my second, but it's her debut. I know what's the feeling like when you do your debut, and you get a lot of praises for that. I'm so happy for her.
Now coming to your other co-star, Agastya Rao, how was your experience of working with Siddharth Shukla?
We didn't have many scenes together, and as actors, I think we are always in that zone when you're on set. Like if you pass me by on my set, I probably wouldn't recognize you. We didn't talk much. I think most of the time he was in his character, and that's what he was required, like not to be friendly with me. So I could understand and relate. Maybe he was trying to be in that mind space where he has to be in that certain mindset, like don't cross the line. Because for some people, some actors, it's really spontaneous. Like, I'm talking to you and my director says like, let's go. And you're that character. For me, it's not like that. I have to be like, even on sets of this series, I had to sit in a certain way. I had to drink my coffee in a certain way. I had to maintain that class, that dignity throughout, even off screen. So that when they call me for my take, I am already that character. I don't have to transform from Ihan to Ishan, then Ishan to Ihan. No, it doesn't work for me like that. I become Ihan only after backup. Okay, fine. Okay, let's do masti, But till the time I'm on set, I'm like, okay, like dedicated to my character. Because I feel like if I don't do that, I will lose the authenticity of my character. I will not do the justice to my character. So it's only a matter of hours, and I try to do it as professionally as I could.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so will there be a season 4? And will Ishan Rana be a part of season 4?
If they write it nicely, yes, why not? I don't know. I don't know about it yet.
Okay, but in your opinion, do you think Ishan's story deserves a little bit more? I mean, do you think he has a story left in Broken But Beautiful 3, or maybe he should have another separate life?
I don't know. Even when there was this question popped up even on the sets. I mean, on the last days of shooting, like, what about season 4? Like, we knew what's going to happen in the end. But then how to bring all the pieces of puzzle again back into action? Agastya is left somewhere. Rumi is, I don't know what she wants now. Is she sure about whether she's sure about her divorce? What is Ishan's take on it? Like, is he ready to give her divorce? Like, so it's a very complicated and a tricky situation. It only needs a genius of a writer to make a story out of it again, and I don't know. I think you should ask this question to the writer of the series, like what's next? Because for me, I'm like, I have like this writer's block in my head. Okay, what's next? Kya ho sakta hai?
So we are leaving a very open end to Ishan Rana right now.
Which is beautiful, you know. Like when I read the ending of the script, you know, it's why is there always a happy ending? I mean, why are we always there to make people happy in the end of the day? Have you seen my favorite romantic film is 500 Days of Summer? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
She doesn't love him. She just doesn't love him. So what? Like, you're gonna cry about it. There are people, they don't love you. They don't reciprocate the feelings. And in the end, he tells her in that park also, like, why not me? Why the other guy? He's like, I never loved you. I didn't feel for you. So it's simple as that. So it doesn't have to have a happy ending. I think there is imperfection is beauty.
So are those the type of films that you'd like to do? 500 Days of Summer or Love Aajkal?
Oh, I would love to. I would love to, where the character is confused as me in life. I would love to do those kind of films.
Okay, great. So Ihan, before I take your leave, I have one more question. It is related to the show, but it is also related to your personal life.
Okay.
Have you ever been in a broken but beautiful relationship which didn't get a happy ending, but it was beautiful in its own way?
Yeah, I just came out of it. It was it was one of the most beautiful relationships I've had. But because of few circumstances or situations, you call it, we had to call it off. But there is love for her in her heart, and for me, for her. And it will always remain eternal. You know, every time I listen to a love song, I get reminded of her. But unfortunately, the conclusion had to come, so it came.
We leave it at that. But that's sweet. It's sweet to know. And I'm sure many girls out there are also going to be very happy to know you're single now.
No, I am in a relationship actually.
With
my work. Yes, it's very hard, you know, to be with someone who just talks about work all the time. You know? So
but it's
I don't
good
know
to be passionate.
which
So
kind
we wish
of
you
girl
all the
will take
best.
that. You know, she's like, "Ab mere baare mein baat karo," but they are like all the time talking about work. You know, oh, you know what? This happened. This called me. This script. So I don't know.
But that's great. We wish you all the best for your work, all the happiness with your work. And thank you for taking our time for this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was great talking to you. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Same here.